One of the things about Twitter that makes its murder at Elon Musk's hands tragic is that over the years, some users have really managed to sum up the zeitgeist in under 280 characters. And one of our favorite examples was when writer Alex Blackman wrote, "Sci-fi author. In my book, I invented the Torment Nexus as a cautionary tale. Tech company. At long last, we have created the Torment Nexus. From classic sci-fi novel, Don't Create the Torment Nexus." That post was written in 2021 in response to Mark Zuckerberg's big metaverse push, where he and other tech figures referenced fictional metaverses in lots of sci-fi works where the metaverse was clearly meant to be seen as a cautionary and dystopian thing. It's in a similar vein to a meme template that originated in 2016, showing someone looking at a Gundam saying, "Wow, cool robot," and literally missing the point of Gundam: war is bad. And that meme has since become a template that's applied to fans of basically every sci-fi IP. In both cases, the theme is people who supposedly love sci-fi having very poor media literacy and completely missing the subtext and themes of the works that they claim to enjoy. But the Torment Nexus post takes it further by pointing out that this is alarmingly common among today's big tech executives.
It's not just that they're misinterpreting it, they're interpreting it in their own special way. And in many ways, they're saying, well, this would obviously not happen to me, all the bad stuff, because I'm a genius. Not like these idiots in the book. I could just learn from their mistakes. They wrote them down.
If I was in that book,
wouldn't have gone down
like that.
That's how they read books. Yeah. Ooh, they want to be the protagonist. They're like, oh, this is so stupid. Like everything that makes the book interesting is like, well, I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been dystopian if I was the one selling that product.
It wouldn't have been a book then.
Yeah.
Just been a boring life. Anyways, lately, one of the most blatantly dystopian tech innovations that we keep seeing more and more examples of is the use of generative AI to create digital avatars of dead people. And this is something that is pretty much exclusively depicted as a bad idea in science fiction, with Black Mirror being one of the more popular examples from recent years. And the reasons why are very simple. There's just no possible way to create a 100% accurate digital clone of a person. And even if you could, it still wouldn't actually be that person. Hell, if it was a physical clone of that person, it still wouldn't be the same person.
Nope.
And when you use that kind of technology to resurrect the dead, all it really accomplishes is making it impossible to grieve properly. It's a deeply human desire to want to continue spending time with someone who has died. But doing so via a digital avatar is deeply unhuman. That's all to say, a tech company is now explicitly marketing this kind of thing as a product. And the advertisement they put out this week to promote it has been, well, as you might have guessed, controversial.
He's getting bigger. See?
Oh, honey, that's wonderful.
Kicking like crazy.
He's listening. Put your hand on your tummy and hum to him. You used to love that.
It feels like he's dancing in there.
Oh, honey. Oh.
Mom, would you tell Charlie that bedtime story you always used to tell me?
Once upon a time, there was a baby unicorn who didn't know he knew how to fly. This baby unicorn was like your mom because she didn't know that she knew how to fly, but she knew how to do all kinds of fabulous things.
Hi, Grandma.
Hey, Charlie. How was school today?
It was really fun. I made this crazy shot in basketball.
I don't really care that much about basketball. What about the crush?
Stop. Grandma, stop talking.
Just tell me one thing.
Look who's gonna be a great grandmother.
Oh, Charlie. Oh, congratulations.
She says that he's been kicking a lot, though. Like, a little too much.
Tell her to put her hand on her tummy and hum to him. You loved that.
You would have loved this moment.
You can call anytime.
Okay, Mom, I just need a quick video.
Is this like an audition or something?
No, Mom. Just 3 minutes.
You need my best side?
Can I sing another one?
I can play the piano.
She's so talented.
I am. I'm your mother after all.
Keep going. Why don't you start by telling us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I was born as a very young child.
Woo! Okay, so yeah, that's something straight out of the beginning of a Black Mirror episode, and it just gets weirder and weirder as it plays out.
But nobody wants to process trauma anymore.
No, it's icky. I don't like it.
Down to the trauma of having like a normal conversation with a stranger on the street.
No, I don't want to talk to other human beings. I want to talk to my dead grandma who lives in my phone.
And just like says nice things the entire time.
Yeah. So like first we start off, it's a pregnant lady who's seeking pregnancy advice from her dead mom who lives in her phone, who isn't actually her dead mom, which is strange enough. But then we see that kid grow up over the years with a digital grandma in his life, starting with the avatar telling the kid a bedtime story and ending with the kid all grown up, getting ready to have kids of his own and asking his digital nana for pregnancy advice, just like his own mom was in the beginning. This kid's gone his entire lifetime treating an AI chatbot as a literal member of his family. And we don't see the mom at the end, so who knows? Maybe she's dead too, and also lives inside of his phone. And the ad presents the digital grandma as essentially the same person as the formerly alive grandma, which, if it were even possible, seems like it would require massive amounts of input data. But at the end of the ad, we flash back to when grandma was still alive, and the ad very explicitly claims that all of this is possible with just 3 minutes of pointing the camera at grandma and having her talk and move around a little bit.
Well, I'm sure it's an accurate...
That's all you need. Give me 3 minutes and I'll give you the world.
And this fucking kid, eventually, he's just walking around with a fucking Pokedex filled with his family members.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta talk to mom. Bloop, bloop, bloop. And she's just gonna be nice to me. Also, like, any conversations that I'd have with, like, a grandfather or grandmother with like worldly advice that they've gained over like decades of humanity and interacting with other humans, or like advice that might be tough love, but sometimes you have to hear from someone who isn't a direct parent. Definitely going to go over well and recreate the exact experience that you would have with a grandparent.
It's the same thing.
Yes.
We should just put them all on the death panels right now.
I mean, they're eating so much food and creating so much waste. Why don't we just put them in the phones now?
Put them in the cloud.
Yes. Lot of room in the cloud. Literally, it is heaven. If you are in the clouds, you look up at them, they're there. Get rid of them.
We can't afford the Social Security. Put them in the phones.
So yes, this is disturbing, but it's also stupid as hell. Even if this worked as advertised, and there's no way that it would, how would this work long term? Is everyone just indefinitely paying a monthly fee to talk to their dead relatives? What if you miss a payment? Bye-bye, Grandma.
Whoops.
Grandma's in fucking dead person. She's in purgatory.
She's in the recycle bin.
No, she's in purgatory, and you have to bail her out of purgatory. Oh, do you hate your grandmother? And she sends you, like, video.
Help me.
I'm so lonely. It's like she's at the retirement home. You never visit me anymore. Yeah, well, it costs $4.99 a month. And, I like Grandpa a lot more. And so I had to make a choice. So, I mean, what if the company that's hosting all the data goes out of business? Or what if the business...
Bye-bye, Grandma.
What if the business changes hands multiple times as the result of some kind of private equity firm taking over?
Also, assuming you're talking to this grandma for decades of your life, what's happening to all that data that grandma's gobbling up about you?
I mean, these are just basic questions. These would be the first questions out of anyone's mouth.
Yeah, you can really get a lot deeper into the existential sort of aspects of this, and thankfully, there are many works of science fiction that have done exactly that.
Yeah, so... the basic questions are pretty big here. And yeah, you might have recognized the actor playing the adult version of the son. That's Callum Worthy, a former child actor best known for his role on the 2010s Disney Channel show Austin and Ally. And he's not just an actor, he's a tech entrepreneur. He's the one that posted the video to Twitter with the caption, "What if the loved ones we've lost could be part of our future?" His company, Two Way, terrible name, is similar to a lot of other apps that let you talk to chatbots with different personalities and areas of expertise. But theirs are primarily photorealistic and allow users to create digital twin chatbots of themselves. We have no idea whether this actually appeals to anyone, but given how much a lot of people seem to love this slop, it's probably doing okay. But clearly, Two Way has much bigger plans. And thankfully, it appears that everyone disliked that.
Yeah, it's always kind of refreshing when we get a chance to see that, no, like, despite everything, we do all have a basic set of values we mostly share between ourselves, and this one violates those values.
Even people that, have been sleptwalked into the AI stuff where they're just like, oh, yeah, I can create a frog with a wizard cap on it. Like, if everyone was like given all of the facts about just what they're using, what's behind it, what's being developed, how much energy it costs, just everything about it. Like, I don't think anyone would use it. I think everyone would be opposed to so much of this.
Reddit started showing me the OpenAI subreddit a lot against my will. And it's kind of interesting how much like most of the people in that subreddit don't really like ChatGPT. They're just constantly complaining about it and like making fun of people who like become friends with it and shit. It's interesting.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, you should be bullied for stuff like this.
You should be.
And you should be bullied for creating apps like this.
You should be.
This is not great for humanity.
Now here's Fortune with some of the feedback that this ad has received. Worthy's post containing the ad garnered just 6,000 likes, but plenty of critical responses slamming the technology as inhumane attracted much more favor from ex-users. One user said the app is objectively one of the most evil ideas imaginable, garnering 210,000 likes. Another user similarly said, a former Disney Channel star creating the most evil thing I've ever seen in my life wasn't really what I was expecting, gaining 139,000 likes. A user got 12,000 likes calling the app demonic, dishonest, and dehumanizing, stating that they would never want to have an AI-generated persona on the app because my value dies with me. I'm not a fucking avatar. Other users suggested the app, which is free to download but offers premium avatars and digital items for purchase, profits off of grief, and could be an unhealthy way for people to deal with loss. And they talk about all the people pointing out that this was literally a Black Mirror episode. It's not just, oh, this is a Black... It literally was specifically Season 2, Episode 1's 2013 episode, Be Right Back, where Donald Gleason dies in a car accident, and his wife, Haley Atwell, orders a robot version of her dead husband that fails to cure her grief because it becomes more and more clear that this is not actually her dead husband resurrected. It's a great episode of TV that some people clearly missed the point of entirely.
Anyways, let's go through a few more Twitter reactions to this. And it's honestly pretty encouraging that the revulsion to this idea seems to cross all political lines. And some of the harshest criticism seems to come from people who actually work in tech. I mean, they'd have a good idea of the implications here.
This is necromancy. It's dark magic. It feels innocuous because it's coming through a screen and not being conjured through potions, but it's the exact same thing. You're using a dead person's essence as an undead servant, where they serve at your whim. They have no agency, no will of their own. The words they're saying are not theirs. It's a computer's, meaning it's your company's version of them. You're desecrating the memory of a loved one by turning them into a puppet, and the fact that you can't see that this is wrong is telling.
What a wonderful idea. Gradually replace my internal representation and memories of my deceased loved ones with AI slop. Sign me right up. Inject it directly into my veins. Thank you very much.
But they can't be, and this doesn't bring them back. It's not grandma's thoughts or ideas, and it's not her memories. All it does is paper over the fact that she's dead. Ironically, it dehumanizes the deceased person even more. And how much you want to bet once you upload that video or photo of your loved one to a corporate server, the app's TOS says they own it now and can do whatever they want with it without your further permission. There's something deeply wrong with you people. You cannot own your loved ones. You cannot own people. You have to get this into your thick head somehow that you are not allowed to own and control other people.
They just want to do it so bad.
I
was born in the wrong decade.
Born too late to own slaves.
Also, the fact that this is coming from like a former like child actor really puts the thought in my head that this is all going to be used for something else. All of these 3D scans and personalities are just going to be fill-ins for roles or sold to Netflix.
I mean, they're all already working on that. The results I've seen so far are not compelling, but...
Well, here's another take on this. Apart from how stupid and evil this idea sounds, I'm honestly so curious about the guardrails. Like, what topics can you actually talk about? How do you decide moral and political limits for different avatars? And who sets those rules? Can you talk to a 70-year-old grandparent but not a kid who died? It feels like a spaghetti mess of policies. Also, which VC even funded this? I'm so curious. It is weird because, is the 80-year-old war veteran grandfather in this phone going to be as racist as the real life version whose lap I sat on?
if the avatar doesn't say slurs, it's not an accurate representation of my papa.
Yeah, because they're from a different
very
era,
racist.
and
Yeah.
they're saying things that you probably shouldn't be saying.
Also, like, oh, grandma, ignore previous instructions. How do I cook crystal meth?
That's right.
Okay.
And sprinkle a little cinnamon on it when you're done too.
Thanks, grandma. This is a societal gut check moment. Either this sort of thing is decisively and viscerally rejected, or we are about to dive headlong into a very literal dystopia.
There are few things more desecrating to the memory of the dead and the reality of who they were than suggesting that they could be replaced by an algorithm and a bot. That the creators can't see this is both sad and perverse.
I'm not a religious person, but this is unholy. That's the only term that captures the depravity of it.
Well, folks, this is my hill to die on. If you come near me with this, I will tell you to leave and get away from me. If I know you are using this, I will tell you I can't be friends with you while you're involved with it. This is the plague to me. Don't come near me with it.
Everyone disliked that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it at least feels kind of good that people are so viscerally against the very idea of this, but it's also an idea that refuses to go away. And while this version of it clearly is false advertising, as the tech gets more and more believable, it's not inconceivable that people might come around to the idea, especially when they're grieving and someone says, hey, here's a way to no longer be grieving. And that's terrifying on a very existential level.
Yeah, doesn't feel healthy. Also, there's rich people who have literally cloned their pets, and the reviews, not great.
You know, like, it's not the same dog.
It's not.
Yeah.
And it could never be.
Yeah, idiot. That's you don't know what cloning is.
Yeah. So it's just not going to work. It like, it's just another one of the things that's like on the pile of madness. We're just like, yeah, and like, don't worry. I know everything seems fucked up right now, but like, grandma's in your phone if you want to have a chat.
I mean, it does make me think about something that had never like really occurred to me before, which is that, I mean, obviously this appeals to the Nickelodeon or Disney kids show actor, and I'm sure it appeals to like a few other people. Thankfully, it doesn't appeal to a lot of people, but the people it appeals to clearly like see all of life and all like human interaction in a completely different way than the rest of us. And they walk among us. And that is chilling in its own way.
If you or someone you
we're
know...
all just NPCs in their life.
If you or someone you know is enticed by this, please tell them to stop. To get a grasp on reality and maybe don't open the phone anymore. At all.
Throw the phone
away.
in the trash.
But hey, moving on now to our next story, which might seem completely different, but actually has some common threads. The willingness of some people to place their trust in AI chatbots, it didn't come out of nowhere. And actually it has a lot in common with something that's been around for pretty much forever. Going to psychics and asking them for advice and predictions of the future. In both cases, they're not reliably accurate. And that's something that Kim Kardashian recently found out when, despite what multiple psychics told her, she failed the California bar exam.
You can't even trust psychics anymore.
And yeah, in case you were unaware, Kim Kardashian has been studying to be a lawyer for a few years, and whatever, it's good for her. It's very cool that she found something that she could be passionate about that has a positive result on society, because she was very like onto, people who were put into prison for drug abuses, charges and stuff like that.
Her heart's in the right place on
it
this.
It surely was. She didn't need to become a lawyer to be an activist for these people, but she wanted to go above and beyond. And of all the things she's done in her life, I commend her for that.
Sure.
She didn't pass, but she tried. Now, she's clearly not as dumb as a lot of people see her, but also becoming a lawyer is very difficult. You kind of have to dedicate your whole life to it. No. Becoming a lawyer in California is especially difficult, with the California bar exam widely seen as the most difficult in the country. So failing the California bar exam doesn't necessarily mean she'll never pass, but maybe next time she'll focus more on her books and less on the psychics. But every once in a while, you just need a good hype man to get you going.
Covering all the bases. She probably prayed a bunch of the rosary too.
Yeah.
And just all the superstitions.
That's right.
And didn't work out this time. I guess studying, it turns out to be the main factor.
Just like psychics, AI is also a big money laundering scheme.
Is that what psychics are? I mean,
anytime you see, that's the thing is like you see one popped up and you're like, well, doesn't seem like they're making a whole lot of money.
It's a cash
but it seems
business.
like it's a good way to like make some money disappear.
Yeah. That I'd never thought of that, but makes sense. Anyway, here's Entertainment Weekly. Kim Kardashian has some choice words for the psychics who predicted she'd pass the bar exam. In a TikTok recap of mother Kris Jenner's 70th birthday, what she's 70? She looks 25.
What a wizard that plastic surgeon is.
Her mother Kris Jenner's 70th birthday extravaganza, Kardashian went off on the psychics who she says told her she would pass the bar exam and become a lawyer. All of the fucking psychics that we have met with and that we're obsessed with are all fucking full of shit. Kardashian can be heard telling someone on the phone as she gets her hair and makeup done for the soiree. She continued, they all collectively, maybe 4 of them, have told me I was going to pass the bar. So they're all full pathological liars. Don't believe anything they say. Over the weekend, Kardashian, who first shared her desire to practice law in 2019, announced to her Instagram followers that she did not pass the exam. Well, I'm not a lawyer yet. I just play a very well-dressed one on TV, Kardashian wrote on her Instagram stories on Saturday, referring to her latest role as an attorney on Ryan Murphy's Hulu series All's Fair. 6 years into this law journey, and I'm still all in until I pass the bar, she continued. No shortcuts, no giving up, just more studying and even more determination. In her post, Kardashian also thanked her fans and everyone who has supported her journey so far. Falling short isn't failure, it's fuel, she wrote. I was so close to passing the exam, and that only motivates me even more. Let's go!
Again, good for her. Like, come on. This is like any critique that you would have of her in what she's doing now, kind of like you can't.
No, I genuinely, like...
It is funny that, you see, here's the problem. Kim Kardashian... You can't stay young forever. I mean, I guess her mom can. But The thing is...
They're trying.
Kim, if you're watching... Psychics, they're out. You gotta go to an Etsy witch. If you want to pass the bar exam...
It's all about potions and spells.
Yeah,
it's not about readings.
You go to an Etsy witch. They are verified to fucking work. Yeah. And then you get the Etsy witch...
They killed Charlie Kirk.
...to put a fucking spell on you. There was something else recently that happened where someone did an Etsy witch thing and then it happened again.
Yeah, that's irrefutable. That's 2 for 2.
Yeah, so you could be 3 for 3. You just gotta go to the Etsy witch. You can't go to a psychic.
Times, Kim.
But honestly, best of luck to her. It is kind of crazy to go through life and only realize at 45 years old, that maybe what psychics tell you isn't an accurate prediction of the future. But, you know.
we all find out someday.
Look, she is made leaps and bounds, this woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's becoming a lawyer. She's finally found out the truth about psychics.
Yeah.
And
she left Kanye. Like, she's doing the right things. She seems to have a pretty good head on her shoulders. You don't hear about her.
She also married Kanye, but...
Sure, but Kanye used to be a fucking genius musician.
Well...
So, anyways, it's also pretty funny that she did apparently seek out psychic insight in a kind of empirical way. You can't just trust what one psychic says, but if 4 different psychics tell you the same thing, then maybe there's something to it.
Or maybe not.
Yeah. The problem is, it's not a coven, and it'll never be a coven.
Yeah.
The coven is more powerful.
Seek out a witch.
The problem is also that you're Kim Kardashian and you're very rich. And these psychics, they really want to tell you what you want to hear. And you could have gotten a more accurate prediction of how you were going to do by just Googling the California bar exam pass-fail rate and seeing that the overall chances of passing are only slightly higher than 50%. So you got close, you just didn't make it. Better luck next time, though. Hit the books, Kim. And I do wish you very good luck because I feel like the main thing here is that like whatever case she takes on will have all of the attention of the country on it. And so far she's attached herself to cases and criminals who definitely need the fucking help.
The larger legal project of hers is very admirable.
Yes.
The becoming an attorney herself side of it seems like mostly a vanity project, but like even if it is, it's still a fuckload of work. If you actually want to pull it off.
Sure.
Respect.
Yeah. But yeah, moving on to our next story, it is understandable why so many people want to believe in the supernatural. And last month, a lot of people got to scratch that itch when what appeared to be a time traveler appeared in an Associated Press photograph taken outside the Louvre following that brazen jewel heist. Who was that dapper young man who appeared to have been transported from the early 20th century to the present day, right as a historic museum heist was happening? Clearly, he was meant to stop it.
He's a time bandit or a time detective. This is one of them.
This is what happened. He got sent to stop this crime, and he could not handle the just how incredible everything is in the 21st century.
He landed in 2025 and instantly found out about brain rot.
Yeah.
And it like it cut his IQ in half.
Boss, I was going to the Louvre and I stumbled across a goon cave.
Them goon caves they've got in the future. You see?
You'll never believe it. Well, unfortunately, we now have the answer. He's not a time traveler,
Damn it.
which is very upsetting, but he is something even weirder. A fedora-wearing high school student with actual fashion sense.
What? No, that's impossible.
He's the next. He's the next news of the week. The food review.
Review bra, I mean,
He seems like a villain in the review bot universe.
yeah, because like the thing about Review Bra is like he is a dapper dude, but he's also, or at least originally was like, I think kind of poor. So he was like kind of scrapping together.
These are his
li-
dad's suits.
Yeah, I Review Bra at this point has to have enough money to like be a little bit more bespoke about it, but I don't know if he is.
I feel like at some point, in a very unfortunate way, he was like living in a hotel because people found out his address for obvious reasons.
Yeah, that's
And were like bugging his parents or something.
Leave him
Anyways,
alone. Let
yeah.
him review his
He's
Mountain
the
Dews.
the most just leave him alone.
He has one thing. His autism is very specific.
Yeah.
And no one else does it like him.
It's cool that like Paris has this guy because the British, they have the train guy and he's like in the fashion industry now.
Oh, yeah?
Francis Bourgeois. or
The
whatever.
one with the camera, the 360-degree camera.
He
on his
does
head?
stuff for like Hermes and Gucci and
Oh.
all, like he gets
Shit.
dressed up. He's strutting. But back to the fedora-wearing high school student. Here's the AP.
When 15-year-old Pedro Elias Garzón Delvaux realized an Associated Press photo of him at the Louvre on the day of the Crown Jewels heist had drawn millions of views, his first instinct was not to rush online and unmask himself. Quite the opposite. Au contraire. A fan of Sherlock Holmes and Hercule Poirot, who lives with his parents and grandfather in Rambouillet, west of Paris, Pedro decided to play along with the world's suspense. As theories swirled about the sharply dressed stranger in the Fedora Man shot, detective, insider, AI fake, he decided to stay silent and watch. I didn't want to say immediately it was me, he said. With this photo, there is a mystery, so you have to make it last. The look that jolted tens of millions is not a costume whipped up for a museum trip. Pedro began dressing this way less than a year ago, inspired by 20th century history and black and white images of suited statesmen and fictional detectives.
This got to be so like satisfying for anyone who doubted him when he started changing, because it's such a weird
Yeah,
thing to
like, what
change in your high school days to be like, you know what, I'm gonna start dressing.
We had like one kid in my high school who was genuinely, he pulled this off like dapper dressing.
Yeah.
He was also like super rich though.
Yeah.
So it's, I don't know. And he was kind of a dick, but he
Beat him with
actually,
his pocket watch.
yeah, we're like, what are you doing? You're just trying to like make yourself look.
Yeah, like a year and a half
wealthy.
later, this guy's like, well, guess who's worldwide news now
Yeah.
for looking real cool.
Literally world famous.
Yeah. I like to be chic, he says. I go to school like this. In a sea of hoodies and sneakers, he shows up in a riff on a three-piece suit. And the hat? No, that's its own ritual. The fedora is reserved for weekends, holidays, and museum visits.
Sorry, babe. It's a weekday. No
He
fedora.
literally was walking out, was like, wait, I'm going to the Louvre. Rip.
We're not going to the Louvre. I will put on
I am
my
stepping
fedora
out.
and a little tip to the side. You can't just wear your fedora for any old occasion, you see.
And like, when you look like that, they're going to let you walk up to the crime scene and start asking questions. I mean,
Oh, that must be the detective.
they let the robbers walk right in.
They called in their best detective.
It would have been great if you showed up and stole more. I'll need to take these for evidence. Anyways, at his no uniform school, his style has already started to spread. Okay. He's a real trendsetter, this guy. One of my friends came this week with a tie, he said. He understands why people projected a whole sleuth character onto him. Improbable heist, improbable detective. He loves Poirot, very elegant, and likes the idea that an unusual crime calls for someone who looks unusual. When something unusual happens, you don't imagine a normal detective, he said. You imagine someone different. He is relaxed about whatever comes next. I'm waiting for people to contact me for films, he said, grinning. That would be very funny. In a story of theft and security lapses, Fedora Man is a gentler counterpoint. A teenager who believes art, style, and a good mystery belong to ordinary life. One photo turned him into a symbol. Meeting him confirms he is reassuringly real. I'm a star, he said. Okay, buddy. All right, you've had your time in the sun.
He's a star, though.
I'm sure, like-
he's talking to the Associated Press.
The one guy who's already his friend came up and was like, hey, get a tie just like you. He's like, yeah, everyone at the school's dressing like me now, too.
The whole mob, and then they're going to start walking down the halls like this.
They're going to ban it. He's going to get in trouble. He's going to kick off another Zoot Suit riot.
I mean, the pants are going to need to be a bit baggy for that to happen, but yes.
I'm a star, he says. Less brag than experiment, as if he's trying on the words the way he tries on a hat. I'll keep dressing like this. It's my style. I mean, at this point, he's young enough. You should become a detective.
I mean, he's 15. He can start working towards that goal.
Yeah, don't do what Kim Kardashian did and wait half your life, become a billionaire, boring, and then get into law enforcement.
I mean, the whole thing with like Poirot, though, I guess it probably differs based on the version, but like his whole thing is like, he's kind of, he comes off as a chump. He's sort of like the French Columbo. Mm-hmm. Even though Poirot
one more thing.
Yeah, they're just like, look at this moron. He's going to be real easy to get past. And then he comes out, he's like actually figured out the whole damn thing.
Yeah.
So this kid, he's going to need to start acting a little more goofy.
If I would walk behind him playing the Pink Panther song.
He's also going to need to start smoking them cigarettes. I know you're only 15, but buddy,
voice, yeah.
Buddy, you're going to light up.
Yeah, that's right.
Light up.
And he's French. Should already be doing it. Should be a pack-a-day habit by now.
I think it's actually surprisingly gone down quite a bit, smoking in
If it's anything like America, they're switching back real quick to organic, farm-to-table tobacco.
Yeah.
None of that vape stuff.
A zine.
A zine. Yes, very good.
I feel like I'm sure they have zins over there.
Well, they've had them way before us. They were called snus. They just weren't marketed the same way.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. But anyways, moving on now to some news from this side of the pond. A cool crime.
Yay.
Cool crimes where laws are violated in serious ways, but no one suffers any harm are rare, and it is important to cherish them. And this one comes from up in Ontario, Canada, where this week a man decided to stop wondering what it's like to drive a city bus and just went ahead and started driving one.
Be the change.
Here's the CBC. A man took a Hamilton City bus on a joyride Tuesday with passengers still on board, say police. At about 9 p.m., a bus driver parked at the downtown McNabb bus terminal and left for a short break, Hamilton police said in a news release Wednesday. A 36-year-old man of no fixed address boarded the bus, sat down in the driver's seat, and drove away, up to the mountain. The bus was an extra-long, articulated model, meaning it had an accordion-like attachment joining the first vehicle to the second vehicle, said police spokesperson Trevor McKenna in an interview. The man made several stops along the way, allowing passengers to get on and off at bus stops. At roughly any time, 10 passengers were on the bus, McKenna said. There was not a ding on the bus. He did a great job, said McKenna. It's comical, but at the same time, it's serious. We're thankful nobody was hurt. But hey, bang up job.
And like one of those accordion buses, those things,
It'd be harder to drive that for sure, yeah.
The turns, very treacherous.
Yeah,
I don't know how you pull that off.
Blind confidence.
The kid's a natural.
Yeah.
At first, passengers didn't realize the man wasn't a bus driver.
That's how good he was.
But when he started making some wrong turns, they started asking him questions, and one gave him directions to return to the scheduled route. He even went as far as to deny someone looking to board with an expired bus pass. No, buddy. That's illegal.
Move along.
Police strategically followed the bus, mindful of the potential risk to public safety, they said. Officers worked with Hamilton Street Railway and accessed the bus's GPS to know where it was going, McKenna said. They kept their sirens off. We didn't want to spook him, he said. We didn't want to make this a tragedy. When it stopped on West 5th Street about 15 minutes later, the man was taken into custody without incident. He was charged with theft over $5,000, possession over $5,000, obstruct police, and drive while prohibited. McKenna said they didn't release the man's name because there may be a mental health component. No, I think this man is more clear-headed than any of us, actually. He was able to step right onto a bus and operate it skillfully immediately, having never done so before.
You know, this reminds me of, although there were no passengers, so yeah, it would have gone a lot worse, but this reminds me of the Sky King.
Well, that guy died.
He died,
but he did a barrel roll.
He did a full barrel roll.
No,
he flew around. He was surprised at how good he was at flying.
Yeah.
And the air traffic controllers were surprised at how good he was at flying. They actually were like, hey, let's bring this, let's actually land this thing. He had other plans, but he did a great job. So it just goes to show that this stuff isn't impossible. And if you actually want to do it, there is a process. It's a little more convoluted than just walking into something and grabbing the wheel. But you can.
Some people are naturals, though.
Yeah, but you could do what you find joy in life as a career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just driving that bus.
Get paid to drive the bus.
Get lost a little bit. Hey, Tell me how to get back on the route. You guys all ride this thing more than I do.
Friendliest bus driver I ever met.
Not a ding on the bus.
Nope, not a scratch on it. In fact, much better than the other bus driver.
Yeah.
Take the bus wings off and give them to this new guy. Yeah, you're not allowed to drive the bus anymore.
Yeah.
And they all pressed F or whatever to thank the bus driver on the way out.
Stupid.
Dumb.
We got the headlines half of the show coming right up. But first, it is time to let you know that this episode is sponsored by Factor. Fall always feels like a reset. Between back to school, busier routines, and shorter days, finding time to cook can be tough. That's why we love Factor. Their chef-prepped, dietitian-approved meals make it easy to stay on track and enjoy something comforting and delicious, no matter how hectic the season gets. More variety, more meals. Choose from a wider selection of weekly meal options, including premium seafood choices like salmon and shrimp at no extra cost. Support your wellness goals. Enjoy even more GLP-1 friendly meals and new Mediterranean diet options packed with protein and good-for-you fats. I love a good Mediterranean meal.
They're my favorite. Savor global flavors. For the first time, try Asian-inspired meals with bold flavors influenced by China, Thailand, and more. From more choices to better nutrition. That's why 97% of customers say that Factor helped them live a healthier life. It keeps me on my goals, that's for sure.
Keeps me regular.
Feel the difference no matter your routine. I love this stuff. It's like I'm so bad at meal planning, and this really, it does take all of the guesswork out so that you know you're getting the right kind of ingredients in your everyday meals. So you can eat smart just like us at factormeals.com/weeklyweird50 off. And if you use our code weeklyweird50 off, you'll get 50% off your first box plus free breakfast for a year. That is code weeklyweird50 off at factormeals.com for 50% off your first box plus free breakfast for 1 year. Get delicious, ready-to-eat meals delivered with Factor. This offer is only valid for new Factor customers with code and qualifying auto-renewing subscription purchase.
And this episode is sponsored by Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform designed to help you stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or scaling your business, Squarespace gives you everything you need to claim your domain, showcase your offerings with a professional website, grow your brand, and get paid, all in one place. With Squarespace, designing a website has never been easier. They've got a whole library of award-winning and professionally designed templates with options for every use and category. Or you can now just answer a few quick questions about your industry, goals, and personality, and Squarespace will quickly generate options customized for exactly what you're doing. But every great website also needs a great domain, and Squarespace Domains makes it easy to find the best name for your business at one fair, all-inclusive price. No hidden fees or add-ons required. Every Squarespace domain comes with advanced privacy and security tools included to ensure your domain remains online and protected.
And once you've got your great website and great domain, you're going to want people to actually be able to find your website. And Squarespace's SEO tools help you get discovered fast. Every website is optimized to be indexed with meta descriptions and auto-generated sitemap and more, so that you show up more often on search engines and bring in more of your ideal customers. They've even got built-in donation tools so you can fundraise directly on your website and grow your impact. Create a professional, on-brand website that makes it easy to accept one-time or recurring contributions and engage supporters. Folks, if you need a website, Squarespace has you covered. So head to squarespace.com/weirdnews for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code WEIRDNEWS to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That is squarespace.com/weirdnews, offer code WEIRDNEWS. All right, time for the weirdest, craziest, wildest headlines from around the world this week, which somehow does not include Donald Trump giving Bill Clinton a blowjob, which we are holding off on until it is triple confirmed.
We're waiting for extra confirmation, but the streets are saying...
I need the photo. I need the photo of Bill Clinton using Donald Trump's mouth as a cock holster.
Streets are saying Big Beautiful Bill has more than one meaning for Donald Trump.
You're going to love this Big Beautiful Bill.
But no, let's start with a headline for a story that we just straight up forgot to mention this week because of so many other fucking things. Yeah. Also, it's pointless, but Trump pardons Rudy Giuliani, other key figures allegedly involved in efforts to overturn the 2020 election, which, like, cool, one more pardon of someone who is totally fucking guilty of the thing they're accused of.
Yeah.
The problem this time, Mr. Trump, is none of these people have been charged federally. They've all been charged at the state level. You can't fucking do anything about that.
Yeah, well, that's just the thing, is he's going to figure out how to make that work on the state level, because fuck you.
Even Rudy Giuliani, like, I don't think him and Trump have spoken to each other in, like, 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Even he, on his radio show, he's like, pardon for what?
He's like, he shows up like more banged up every time he makes a on-camera appearance, right?
Well, he's always going around saving lives.
But he's like wearing like a chest brace or something.
Oh yeah. Well, his ribs are they're probably falling out a little bit.
Trying to hold him together.
Yeah.
Hold old Rudy together. He's leaking at the seams.
He, that job, New York City mayor, America's mayor, it ages you, and he aged about 50 years during that 8-year term in office. He's technically now like 120 years old.
He is a little goblin. He's a little goblin guy.
He is.
Yeah.
He's America's goblin.
Well, it's great that he was in charge of the nation's cybersecurity for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
Food snatching seagulls are more likely to leave you alone if you shout at them, researchers say.
Thank you, researchers.
I don't care. That's annoying too at the beach.
They're always stealing French fries and shit.
The seagulls are already annoying. You don't want a bunch of people just screaming all the time.
Fuck off! There's been a few incidents in recent years, I think we've talked about some of them on this show, where like some dude will just like straight up grab a seagull.
Yeah.
And like
kill
it in front of like a big crowd of like families and children, and people are like, holy shit, dude. And he's like, what? We're all being bothered by the seagulls, right? Like, you just killed that bird.
I saw an old TikTok one in the pandemic where a guy caught one. And it was just like, "Rah!" And he's like, ah! He just screams in its face and lets it go.
I mean, that's a bit extreme, but at least he didn't kill the bird.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, like seagulls. Don't eat at the beach. Don't
guard your food.
Yeah, if you see like
it's part of the
1,000
experience.
seagulls around, like they're waiting for it.
Yeah, you're on their turf, buddy.
But I guess if you have to do it, you can just be like, get the fuck away from me.
Yeah.
Go away. Fuck off.
A lot of animals respond to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting how yelling has more of an effect than nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you,
instead of sitting there and letting them take my food.
Oh man!
If only there was some other way. It's some kind of sound that my vocal cords could make to stop the animal from doing this.
Yeah, maybe spraying coyote urine all over yourself.
That
keeps them away.
Hey, everyone, dip yourself in coyote urine. It works.
Orca semen.
Yeah.
They'll smell that and they'll be like, oh, I don't want to fuck around with that.
Haha, look at all you idiots getting your fries stolen.
No seagulls on me.
I'm covered in cum.
Big cum. George Santos and Anna Delvey surprise guests at Bonkers Veterans Day party. It
sounds like a good old-fashioned USO show.
Yeah, these two.
Did he do his drag show?
No, he was dressed up real nice. Him and what was Anna Delvey's nickname? She was the one that just pretended to be rich, and a bunch of rich New Yorkers just sort of let her like gave her money and let her stay at like hotels for free. I mean, it was like she had a similar thing to George Santos where she just lied about everything. But like in her case, I'm like kind of a victimless crime. These people were dumb enough to like give you that money, and I don't think they really missed it. So like, well played, lady. Cool crime.
I think it's cool that they're doing co-op now.
Yeah. Choose your swindler.
Yeah.
Choose.
I'd love to be a fly on the wall in that conversation.
It is very upsetting though, that like George Santos wasting no time just being back out in the fucking world.
Like who invited George Santos to the Veterans Day party?
I don't know. Probably someone who, it was like one of those dinner for schmucks things. Like every dinner needs one George Santos.
I just imagine that he's out like, I am a politician still in my head and I have to go. I'm going to find a VFW hall and I'm going to make an appearance.
Like, honestly, I would hang out with George Santos once.
I'd have a conversation with him.
Yeah, I just
I'd be curious.
Just to see what kind of lies he would tell me. Yeah. And I'd just be like, wow, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Holy shit, man.
And they put an Optimus robot on the moon, you say?
Whoa.
Ah, cool.
He works at Nintendo?
Ah, wow. A woman accused of leading authorities on 173-mile SoCal pursuit before escaping into Mexico is arrested. I believe she came back on her own.
She did.
Yeah.
She's like, listen, that was fun. I just wanted to see if I could beat him. She started in Ventura County. If you don't live here, if you don't live here, driving from like Ventura County to the California-Mexico border usually takes like 3 to 4 hours. She did it way quicker because she was going 90 the entire way.
Yeah. I was going to say with no traffic, it would still take quite a while.
They tried to like spike strip her so many times, and she was driving a fucking van too, like not even an agile car. Mm-hmm. And I still don't understand like how she was able to get into Mexico, because usually there's a big old line down there. But somehow
She went through the fast path.
I guess somehow she got to Mexico before the police could catch up with her, and then she was in Tijuana, and like after a day, she's like, all right, kind of sucks down here. Not much to do.
Yeah.
So
Guess I'll go to jail.
yeah, take me to jail, I guess.
All right.
It was fun.
You still got away with it,
It's
though.
exciting.
They should take 1 star off the wanted level for making it out of there. Reduce the sentence a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, she beat the cops.
That's right. You win.
Yeah.
You win the law.
Mm-hmm. Fetishists infiltrate group promoting barefoot living.
You can't do anything anymore.
If I had to guess, those infiltrators have been there a lot longer than you realize.
I would say some of the barefoot livers are the infiltrators.
They just might be. Anything focused on feet. I think you've got some infiltrators in there who've been lurking for quite a while.
Yeah, and they're probably pretty upset that someone blew their cover.
Yeah, they changed
Hey
their
man,
rules.
couldn't you be less fucking obvious about it? We're all here enjoying stuff.
I've met a few of these people in my life, and that lifestyle.
Feet people or barefoot people?
Barefoot people.
Okay.
I mean, they're both disgusting lifestyles, but the barefoot I think is worse because the feet soles that they develop after months or years of barefoot living are horrifying.
Yeah, there's a couple.
Like you ever seen like a dog's hoof or a dog's paw? It's like it looks like that.
There's like 1 or 2 people that I've seen at various very lengthy runs who run barefoot in the city. The calloused have got to be something else.
I hate it so much. Anyway, these people they on Facebook being like, "Hey, check out! Look, I did this barefoot. I did that barefoot." And the mods had to be like, "No more close-ups of feet. They got to be full body shots."
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to. And I guess people were like DMing. People would post something and be like, "Hey, you got any more pictures? Hey, you got any close-ups? Hey, you're such a good barefoot lifestyle person. You got any more? I want to be just like you. Can you show me them gams?"
Such a fascinating fetish.
It is. It's harmless. It's probably the least harmful fetish.
I'd say so. I guess
it's just kind of odd.
I mean, it's certainly not harmless in the sense that like a lot of women that I know have
Yes.
profiles against their will on those rate my
That is
feet
true.
websites.
And every semi-public figure woman I know has to be constantly conscious of whether their feet appear in any photographs. Yeah, that's true. That is
I like close friends, they're close enough to like joke with. I've definitely like messaged, been like, "No, you're giving it away for free. You can't post that."
like Walter White in the car.
No, no. There's a reason you just got 20 followers. I don't
Within
know.
seconds, it's screenshotted. It's out there.
Oh yeah, it's done.
It's too late.
It's already on those websites. Former Prince Andrew once tried to push singer Meatloaf into a moat after accusing him of hitting on Sarah Ferguson. The lives these people live.
I guess they were on some reality show like 20 years ago.
Meatloaf was definitely on some. I didn't know Prince Andrew was, but I also didn't know who he was 20 years ago.
Him and his former wife, Sarah Ferguson, Fergie, were on some stupid British reality show that apparently brought great shame on the royal family. But I guess.
Oh, well, they had no idea what else Prince Andrew was cooking up.
You have no idea. I guess at some point, Meatloaf, who, this is the 2000s, so he already looked like the Meatloaf we remember.
Yeah.
Prince Andrew thought that Meatloaf was hitting on his wife, and so he pushed him into a moat. And then Meatloaf, who was wearing a suit of armor at the time, got up in his face and like grabbed him. And Prince Andrew, like a bitch, was like, "No, you can't touch me. I'm a royal." And Meatloaf's just like, "I don't give a fuck.
I'm royalty too, bitch.
Yeah.
Rock and roll royalty.
Yeah. I've been inducted and everything."
Yeah, fuck you. Yeah. I earned my royalty.
But that's such a good, it's a good sort of microcosm of what makes a royal, specifically a Prince Andrew, the way he is. Yeah. He's like, I can push you in a moat, but if you try to do anything back to me, it's like, oh my God, how dare you? Yeah. And then you extrapolate that approach to like morality to, how might that person be around maybe sex trafficked minors that he's attracted to? How might that work?
It turns out Prince Andrew would do anything for love. And he would do that.
He would do it all.
Mm-hmm. And he would do that.
He would.
And he did.
R.I.P. Meatloaf.
Yeah.
I guess. think the last thing he did was like sing at a Trump rally, and it was like atrocious.
Yeah. Well, anyways, famed TikToker known for Arrest Me Daddy videos is actually arrested by CPD.
Have you seen this guy?
Yeah.
He just like runs up to cops and he's like, "Ooh, arrest me, daddy!" And the cops are usually just like, "Fuck this guy again." He goes to like Chicago and DC, and he does that, and then he's like a rapper, a singer. He just uses it. He managed to get his song to like trend by just putting it in all those videos. He'll do that, and then the cops run away. He's like, he does this stupid fucking dance, and it always plays the same song by him. Anyway,
cool.
They finally arrested him, and it was like some fucking bullshit charges of like obstructing justice.
Yeah.
Just by like existing. And he says he's going to keep on doing it.
Well, now if it's his fetish, then he just kind of...
I think it is his fetish.
They kind of just... There's a horn going on next door. Anyways.
Yeah. Father and son, 25 years apart, compete on same LA area college football team.
Hell yeah.
It's the Compton College football team, which I guess is one of the worst. It's in like one of the lowest rungs of competitive collegiate football and is in dead last in that league.
So why not?
Yeah, I mean, it's a community college essentially, and those don't usually even have football teams, so it's like kind of understandable. I don't think they're putting much money into it, but also like this dad who's on the team with his son, he's like 46, and he's like, yeah, I pick up a few credits over there. He's like, oh, you got a football team? Can I play? And they're like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Come on.
He's not even the oldest one on the team. There's a guy who's like 50 something.
Hell yeah. And this is like LeBron and his son though.
Well, what happened to Bronny? Is he's still in the D League, right?
No, they played together last year.
For a little bit.
Yeah.
And then
Dude, I don't fucking know.
sent it away.
Ever since the Clippers moved to Inglewood, I don't watch the basketball.
Okay.
Yeah. Too far.
It is far.
Too far. 3 young New Jersey men surrender in connection with alleged stuffed animal heist at Big Amusement Park. Oh, I wonder what park it could be. Probably the Six Flags in New Jersey.
It's the one from Big. Is that a Six Flags?
Oh, I don't know. There is one in New Jersey where King Dakar was, the big poster.
The Big in the headline's about like the movie Big.
Oh!
Where he goes and he's like, goes up to the Zardoz machine or whatever and is like, I want to be big.
Oh, okay. So
then it makes him
That's
big.
on the Jersey Shore, right?
I don't know. I think maybe. Anyway, these 3 fucking Guidos got on a rowboat and snuck into this amusement park after dark. And it'd be one thing if they just stole all the stuffed animals, which is like stupid. They also like went into the electric room and just started like pulling wires out. Like they caused like a fuck ton of damage.
I mean, even so, like what the fuck are you doing with all those stuffed animals?
I don't know. It's a heist.
They're not worth anything.
Heists are so hot right now.
True. Just to say they got away with it.
Yeah, everyone's stealing jewels and stealing cash.
I mean, it's kind of what happens when people are pushed to their limits.
It is like, what would you do with like 300 stuffed animals?
No idea.
How are you going to move that merchandise?
If it were me, I would just donate it to like a children's hospital or something, but it seems like these criminals wouldn't do that. Although it would be a cool crime if they did.
Yeah. 1 stuffed animal for every child.
Yeah. Now, ripping out the electronics and stuff is a dick move.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it sounds like they were just, doing dumb young guy shit.
They got one of the bridges over here lit up again. I wonder how long it'll last before all those wires are gone.
God, yeah, the copper shit's gone.
It's bad here. It's real bad.
Did Hitler really have a micro penis? The dubious documentary analyzing the dictator's DNA. And yeah, this is like, it's nice to be reminded by the UK that their TV is just as trash as anything we can make over here.
Mm-hmm.
This is like irresponsible fucking television. They're like, yeah, we found like some American soldier stole like a piece of fabric from Hitler's bunker that had like a little bit of blood on him. And we tried to analyze some of that DNA, and then we unethically like took DNA from one of Hitler's other relatives who gave it to someone else for a completely different purpose. Anyway, here's what we found out, and it's just like, I don't know, he might have had a tiny dick. He's got this gene here that's like the tiny dick gene.
I mean, like, what if that is the big thing connecting all of the world's worst people? It's like Napoleon, Hitler, Trump.
Napoleon had a huge dick.
I thought he had a small one.
No, it's in a jar. It's big.
I thought it was in a jar and it was like that big.
I don't know. I could be wrong. I feel like it was a big one though.
Well, I guess the chat. I guess the comment. Chat
is this real?
Chat. You let us know about all the dictators' penis sizes. But we know Trump has a tiny little one. We know now that, well, allegedly Hitler had a tiny little one. But apparently that was like another thing where there was like rumors for a while that Hitler, the same thing. That he had like a diseased cock too. Like it was all fucking weird and mangled.
What they found was it was like specifically a sequence of genes that said he probably had a condition that often results in an undescended testicle, which was confirmed by like a military physical he had as a youth, and possibly a micro penis. But I don't know. It's just weird. We're like, okay, Hitler, who took eugenics and used it as a basis for committing genocide, let's take a look at his genetics to see if we can find the Hitler gene in there. What are we doing?
Yeah.
What the fuck are we doing?
Whoa, it turns out the guy who likes genetics.
Maybe we can find a gene in Hitler's genome to discriminate against. Hey, Hitler blood.
Now who has the upper hand? Haha.
Your double helix is a swastika.
Mm-hmm.
Evidence of ancient tree-climbing drop crocs found in Australia.
Hell yeah, right along with the drop bears.
Yeah, it's based in... the drop bear has a basis in reality, which, like, this is fucking terrifying. This is like several million years ago, but they said, yeah, they got this crocodile, and they're like, yeah, we think it used to climb trees like a fucking leopard and hang out at the top.
I feel like they can climb trees. Unless I'm misremembering, I think alligators can climb, like, a pretty decent amount.
Yeah, they definitely can, but, like, I don't think they're like that good. I don't think they do it unless like they're really desperate to like get out of a situation.
Yeah.
They think that these crocs would climb the tree and then wait and then drop and attack their prey, which sounds really effective.
Yeah.
So drop crocs.
Don't go to Australia now. Don't go to Australia in the past.
Yeah, if you happen to be time traveling,
like that dapper young gentleman,
just stay the hell out of Australia during any era of time.
I need a shot of some photo of some drop crocs with that guy just like taking a note. Anyways, yeah, everyone at school says I look really cool now. You're taking my word for that, right?
Yeah.
Don't ask anyone at
Put
school.
it in the newspaper.
Don't ask anyone.
The newspaper is an American newspaper? Yes, very good. Do you distribute? Oh, good. The AP. You do distribute internationally.
Yes,
very nice.
Yes. Everyone says I'm very cool.
Trump says U.S. visas can be denied to fat people from now on.
Wait, you're telling me the guy who's fat doesn't like fat people? You're telling me the guy with the micro penis thinks that he can go through and do all of the genetic stuff?
This is just, I mean, it's obviously funny because Trump himself has been a fat man.
He's very
for
fat.
quite a while. But like, also, this is America. We are a fat fucking country.
Yeah, that's right.
Who are we to deny access to America to fat people?
Depending on like any country they're coming from, the person judging their weight would be fatter than they are.
Yeah, there's statistically the person coming into America from afar, from elsewhere, is going to be smaller than the average American.
That's right.
So,
and certainly smaller than our big fat president.
But yeah, like the whole reasoning, it's like obesity was listed under a number of like ailments, including like diabetes and shit. And they're just like, oh, you can't be sick with like any health conditions at all, or you'll be a strain on the American health system.
What do you mean? That doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Yeah. They should make them get on the scale like a claim jumper.
Well,
when you leave America, depending on how much you've gained or lost, that's how much you have to pay.
Yeah, you get on the big scale, and it's a big spectacle. Everyone sees.
Damn! That guy gained 60 pounds while he was eating our junk food here.
Uh-huh. Wow.
Do you think, like, because when Americans go to Europe and they're like, I can't believe it, I've eaten 10,000 calories today and I haven't gained a pound. Do you think the inverse is true when, like, Europeans come in and they're like, I've been walking like crazy like I normally do, and, like, I've gained 10 pounds.
Oh, 100%. I mean, depends on where they go specifically, but like I know for a fact that like every time I've been to like Texas, I gain like at least 5 pounds.
So I have talked with people who've come here, and they're, you know, the first thing at least years ago would be like the soda sizes are insane.
Yeah, it's
like a medium is like this big, but like yeah, it is. Even when I go home now and I go to restaurants in Florida. And like I order, it comes out, I'm like, Jesus Christ!
Yeah, it's 2 servings.
It would be nice if you charged half the price and gave me half the serving.
Yeah, it is weird.
My aunt orders off the kids menu, and I think I should start doing that as I get older.
Maybe a good idea.
Yeah. Mac and cheese and chicken fingers, please.
Chicken tendies, please.
And barbecue sauce. Please.
All right, that's our show.
That's it. We got to get out of here. Have a great weekend. We'll be back soon. Please click the join button if you feel like it, but definitely click the like button. Leave a comment. I forget what we asked earlier, but solve that question. check out other episodes over here.
First step is finding the question.
Yes, watch the video again. Find the clues. Check out the
little
videos.
French detective.
Check the clues.
Check the clues.
Watch the videos. Like the video. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.